We're just about to set up again. So, welcome back. We're just going to see what we see. And it may not be perfect, but I think we were close enough that we can do this. So, yeah. My discard pile, I don't have anything in there. So if I get like, oh, I had hospital debts was out and paid off, I guess. All right. So we were delving, I believe.
Yeah, I paid one. Dove too
Yeah,
deep.
and I was just drawing my encounter. I
Okay.
was just waiting for everybody to be ready.
Yep.
All right. We need to, I guess, reshuffle the encounter deck.
It'll happen when I click the encounter button.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay. I guess I'll take the Cheshire. Well, let's see. Does somebody actually want to see? Which side is he on? Is he on
Good side.
or bad? He's a good side. I'll give him to Jeff. I'd have taken it if it was the bad side.
I think we want you to be able to pass the White Rabbit test, but yeah.
That shouldn't be a problem. Right now, I can go up.
No, it's flipped.
well.
Where is he?
Yeah, he's in your tableau right
Yeah,
here.
Okay, cool. All right.
And that surges. And discard. Oh, any number of cards from your hand.
I can cancel that.
Shroud location. Let's
Or at
see.
least try to cancel.
So
No,
Shroud
wait.
4. It's not bad. I just have to discard one card.
Also, I probably wouldn't be able to pass that.
Don't we have the
because my-
thing that we invert our stat? Oh, that's not okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's just it's Shroud 4 right now, so I'll discard this 4-cost card. So
Okay.
Your encounter less.
My encounter is cursor and cursor. All right, that's fine. I accept that.
All right, Chris.
So I was just still trying to rebuild my hand from before, from memory. I think this is what my hand was. I'm very sure at least 7 of the cards, the 8th one, I think. And I don't remember how many bounty contracts and stuff I had.
I thought you had a fair number.
I think I had 5. Oops. What did I just copy there? How did I copy the Colt? That's
I don't
weird.
know.
Also, your investigator card and your.
I'll go get it, but I mean, it probably doesn't matter. Just you can draw your encounter. I'll go get your thing. Oops.
All right, central encounter. Let's see.
What did he get?
Shuffle any amount of cards from your hand into your deck and draw an equal amount of cards. Is there anybody that actually wouldn't mind that, or are we all just equal in a situation where we probably don't want that?
I mean,
I think I had at least 5 on the so I'll say so. I can give it to you. I can do give it to somebody else if they wanted it, but if they don't, then I can probably do it.
I mean, you could just lose 5 resources and be done with it.
Yeah, but then it would if I lost resources, then it wouldn't be much point in holding the cards because a lot of them cost resources.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, whatever makes sense. Just we're like 2 actions away from being done with the game. So.
Yeah. So I'll just guess I just didn't want to draw 2 weaknesses, in the last turn is what I was really worried about.
It shuffles them in first, and then you draw.
Okay. Okay.
All right. It surges.
Yeah.
That's not great.
I mean, he's probably not leaving, right?
Well,
Because
the issue is that makes it harder for me to go get the cat. The
No,
rabbit.
no,
no, he's on this.
Oh, that's right. He's over there. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, like
that's
a
fine.
like a helpful person.
Yeah.
Okay, flip the cat again,
He doesn't know which way's up.
and choose a player who does not control the cat. Okay, you can have the automatically succeed version of the cat. All right, and then we delve again. Oh wait,
It's
that's
surge.
sure just yeah. All right. If there are no clues, okay. Well,
Okay.
that's fine. All right, let's do it again.
All right. Second action.
Well, actually, I got a question on that. So, it innately has aloof,
But it
but
loses aloof.
it's
Yeah.
right, but it
Okay.
doesn't lose aloof until it has already spawned onto the location, right?
I think it loses aloof. No, it says if there are no clues in location, it loses aloof. So
Okay.
Right. So it has to actually be at its location before that happens.
I don't think so. Because I mean, the precedent would be, I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
So second action,
Don't hurt my brain.
Right, second action, I'm going to gain resource. Third action, I'm going to pay a resource to delve a second time.
I'm pretty sure the losing aloof is not like a reaction thing. I think it's just a state of things. Like it's the state. If the state is there's no clues, then it no longer has aloof. I'm pretty sure there's precedence for that being the way that it works.
I agree with that. It doesn't say once the clues have been found or something like that, or when clues. It just says if or if there are no
Yeah,
clues.
I don't think that's the point I was getting at.
Oh, okay. What's the point you were getting at?
That it doesn't do anything until it actually comes into play, and it's going to initially come into play with its innate state,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. So you're saying it could go on to anyone? Is that was?
That's kind of my thought.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I'm fine with it being on me because I'm not planning on doing anything.
Okay, so yeah, you delved again.
Yep.
My encounter, bad and reason. All right, so I'm testing 2 up, thanks to distorting influence. Okay, well,
So that's out there for Doom.
Yep. It's fine. Location
All
plus
right.
clues. So I think it's up here. I think that has 4 clues on it because we never went up there and did clues.
you're right.
Oh, actually, nope. It's here, and that's actually relevant. This had 5 clues on it.
Okay.
I mean, it's not super relevant, but because you take the test before that guy, would take a text from me. But anyway, okay,
Right.
Chris.
And this is we're at the twisted place too, or distorted place. So shroud is 4 there, and I'm testing 3v4.
You're at 3 or you're at... Oh, yeah. 3. Yep, you're failed by 1. So we gotta go get an enemy and you take a horror.
All right, put a horror on Lonnie, and see in the shadows. What kind of shadows do we have? Is any of these? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Are there any in the discard pile already?
I don't think so.
Guess.
All right. And then I'll get my encounter card is this thing. So my willpower is 3, right? Versus 3. That's fine. Okay. So I get a shadow enemy and take 3 horror. Is that true? a shadow enemy, engage with me, and then it's at my location, or
At your location.
how many are there at my location? None on you guys, right? Oh no, there's
No.
one,
Two. Oh
two,
yeah.
three, four. So I take 4 horror. Ooh, that's a lot of horror. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't cap. Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. All right. So now go take out this white rabbit, please.
Yes.
All right. So I will move and test. So I am even. I will spend 2 clues to be 4 up. The skulls are -5 right now, right?
Are they? Let's see.
Um,
1, 2, 3, 4. Right?
Okay, so there's still 4. All right. So 4 up is good. And that
Okay.
is -4.
Okay, and we can advance. Whatever.
Whoa.
Yes, okay. Following the rabbit is no easy task. It moves rapidly through the unstable terrain without sparing a moment to notice you. You nearly lose track of it in the thick tangle of bushes, but finally catch a glimpse of the rabbit leaping down a hole. You approach the rabbit hole and act exasperation, wondering how to proceed. But as you stand there, the hole slowly widens to a much larger and seemingly bottomless pit. You look to the cat for advice, but it merely grins, waiting for you to act. Foolish as it seems, you steel your nerves and leap into the pit. It's kind of like the end of Dunwich. Okay, we get R1. Let's see. Resolution 1. Okay. Each investigator should resolve investigator defeat first. Okay. The terror of diving into the pit quickly fades to apprehension and soon curiosity. The counted seconds stretch to minutes, though easily tracked by the constant ticking of the clocks lining the walls of the rabbit hole. Just as you wonder if you might very well fall infinitely, the ground suddenly rises below you, and you land with a surprisingly little impact. Rising to your feet, you spy the fleeting form of the white rabbit once again sprinting down the long corridor before you. With no way back up, and the Arkham likely in shambles anyhow, you have little choice but to continue to follow the strange creature. The corridors wind endlessly, diverging and converging like the tunnels of an ant colony. Doors fill every part of the wall, like no two like in shape or size or style. Your curiosity is stifled, however, as you find each solidly locked. With no alternative but to continue down the hallway, you soldier onward in pursuit of the rabbit. In your campaign log, record the investigators went down the rabbit hole. So, the investigators went down the rabbit hole. Hold. Okay. And we get victory X of each card in the victory display, which I believe we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9 because of delves. And then
And then,
Chris gets 10, yeah.
yeah.
All right, and then resolution 3. I do hope you'll forgive our cold hospitality. A welcoming committee simply couldn't be arranged. The Cheshire Cat appears before you, its grin ever constant. For the first time since the danger started, you at least have a moment to chastise the cat. You at last have a moment to chastise the cat. Appearing and disappearing, helping you and hindering you, it proves to muddle your understanding of the bizarre events. I'm afraid I can't help it, the cat purrs serenely. My nature is madness. Everyone is mad in Wonderland, you see. You yourself are beginning to go mad, or else you wouldn't be here. You'd like to refute the cat, but you feel as if you're walking into a path of madness trying to save Arkham from these bizarre occurrences. The Cheshire Cat orbits you slowly, observing you from all angles as it speaks. Still, I am a creature of the Wonderland, and it is my best interest to preserve my home, just as it is your best interest to preserve yours. Quizzically, Alice has entrusted you with both. The cat rises up to stare you in the eye at an uncomfortably close distance. You'll carry on, of course, but how will you carry on? Like a surgeon, cutting out the infection? Its head detaches to punctuate the point. Or like a miner, blasting all to oblivion. The cat's body scatters as if blown apart, but the head remains eerily in place. Whether you trim gently or tear it out by roots, any future is preferable to being consumed utterly. Alice would agree, I should think, assuming she is still lucid after being made into a gateway, of course. The cat's head fades away, leaving only its grin behind once more. You have a lot to consider and a long road ahead. As you travel through Alice's dream, the fate of the mad realm of Wonderland also rests within your hands. Each denizen that you aid or destroy has a direct effect on the stability of the dreams. It may seem like a simple choice to cooperate with and save everyone you can, but the stronger the Wonderland is, the more easily Grothnaka can use it to strike out against the waking world. Will you protect Wonderland while bolstering the shadows, or will you burn it away as you cauterize the wounds that the Eater of the Dreams inflicted on Arkham? How will Alice's psyche fare as you traverse the strange dreams? Be aware that anything that could help preserve her sanity. And check the campaign log. If the investigators went down the rabbit hole, proceed to interload the dodo. Okay, so we're going to interload the dodo. Uh, wait, what? If the investigators went down the rabbit hole, proceed to seeking entrance. Okay, let's see. I just want to make sure. Yeah, so we're not going to the White Queen. Okay. The endless march down the corridors of doors ends at long last in the hallway's dead ends in a small enclave. In the center of the area stands a glass table with two curious objects on top: a bottle labeled "Drink Me" and a cake with the words "Eat Me" written in its decorations. You scan the wall for any other way forward and are shocked to discover an open door, only one that is scarcely knee-high and impossible to squeeze through. With endless wondering as your only alternative, you resolve to find a way through. Minutes pass without success, and you return to consider the strange refreshments on the glass table. If this truly is part of Alice's dream, then there's a chance they might not be dangerous, and perhaps might even help. You pop the cork on the bottle and take a wary sip, but the drink's effects quickly flow through you. At first it seems like the room is growing larger, but you soon realize that you are shrinking. You brace for the worst, but find that the effects stop as you reach the height to easily pass through the tiny door. At long last, you make your way forward to the sights and sounds of a vast sea. Any one investigator may choose to add strange refreshments to his or her deck. This card does not count towards that investigator's deck size. And then we skip to the caucus race. So I guess we should look for that refreshments card. There we go. It uses 4 potions. If the strange refreshments has no potions on it, there's portions on it. It's portions. Exhaust strange refreshments and spend 1 portion. You get +2 fight or +2 agility for this skill test. So actually, that's not bad for skids.
Yeah, I don't need it, so you can fight amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I think it would be redundant for me, and I don't need might.
Chris, it's down to me or you.
Let me take a look here again. Sorry, I didn't actually. I was.
I use both those stats, so that's why it would be nice.
I don't mind it, but if you want to use it too, that's fine. Also, we could flip a coin if you want or something.
If you want it, you can have it.
+2 fights could come in handy. But
Alright. Go ahead and take it then. That's fine.
but do you do much evading and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I use my agility a lot, actually.
Yeah, go for it. Take it. Take it.
Alright. I will do that. Thank you. Alright.
Discard this enemy.
I'm probably going to just reload this instance, honestly, because I feel like things have gotten messed up. But anyway, let's finish reading. The caucus race. A scene of commotion catches your eye as you step over a small dune and look down toward the shoreline. A motley pack of animals dashes about, seeming without direction or destination. From the center, a dodo shouts words of action as he runs a short rut in the sand. Yes, that's it. Up the sandhill there, down the other side. There's no faster way to get dry. Dry. The suggestion seems absurd when most of their paths wander in and out of the surf. You walk over to investigate the bizarre event and notice the animals are in a sorry state as you approach closer. Some of the less hardy creatures have collapsed completely, while the others don't appear to be breathing whatsoever. The dodo urges them all onward all the same, seemingly oblivious to their exhaustion, let alone its own. The race must be run until the race is won. Come, you must join us. The investigators must decide. We have to stop them from hurting themselves, or we want nothing to do with this nonsense. So, which do we want to do? Any thoughts?
I mean, I guess I would want to stop them to stop hurting themselves.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, we'll go to resting on laurels. You hold the dodo in place and assure him that the race is over. At last, the dodo cries, the race is over and everybody has won. The other animals ease to a stop, collapsing onto the sand with relieved groans. There must be prizes for the winners, the dodo rasps, and he looks to you with a wild look as if his frail body shivers with exhaustion. You rifle through your pockets and produce a number of random items, which the animals grab covetously. As the surviving racers begin to recovering, the dodo hobbles back over to you. Fair play is satisfied. We have been running the caucus ever since the pool of tears ran into the sea. Now at last we are truly dry. You humor the bird with a polite nod. Finally, we can return to more academic pursuits. Perhaps I may educate you on several matters. In your campaign log, record 1 tally mark under the strength of the Wonderland. Okay, which we don't really have, but we'll do that. And then under Wonderland boons, record the dodo. Okay, so we have strength of Wonderland. We have 1, and boons, we have the dodo. And then we add a cultist, or a skull to the bag. So we can do that. I know there's a bag for that, but I'm just doing this. All right, and then skipped guidance from Alice. You depart from the bizarre spectacle following the shoreline steadily. Landmarks are far and few between, making the beach seem endless in either direction. As you ponder where to go head next, the sound of the sea wind changes, and you hear faint tones resembling Alice's voice, though the words are indiscernible. You look out over the surf, and to your astonishment, the tide recedes all at once, leaving behind an arrangement of stones and shells. The debris portrays a vague map of your current position, with a series of arrows pointing down the beach and then inland. You breathe a sigh of relief as you make mental notes of the map's layout. No matter what lunacy may lie ahead, this is Alice's dream at its core. You don't know what the degree of the influence she holds over the Wonderland in this state, but it's one less burden on your shoulders. If the investigators went down the rabbit hole, we go to proceed to scenario 2A, a sea of troubles. So yes, so here we are. So I guess now we do our upgrades and stuff. So we have how much XP to spend? We have 9, and then yeah,
Except for
Yeah,
Chris,
Chris
yes.
has
Chris has
10.
10. Yeah, cool. Okay, I am going to we'll be back in a little bit. We're gonna do our upgrades and get the next scenario set up. If you guys want to continue, do we want to continue tonight?
I'm game.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good. All right. I probably need to put a kiddo to bed at least, so um, I'll put up the splash screen and then we'll be back in a few minutes. Give us about 10 minutes or so. Okay.
Phew.
Hey. that was excellent because I unmuted right as you said that. All right. Welcome back. We're getting back to the action. And let's get everything back to where we were. Looks like my overlay is incorrect, but it should update here in a second. It is correct now. Okay, so where are we? We're at, we go to a Sea of Troubles, yes? All right, and we have our, so we read scenario 1A, a Sea of Troubles. Oh, sorry, 2A, a Sea of Troubles. The scenery continues for mile after mile until at last you find an anomaly. Some distance up the beach from a saltwater pool and near the edge of a dense forest sits the remains of a quaint cottage. It looks like a disaster photograph with the thatch roof exploding upward and the wooden walls splintering out, with each piece suspended in air. You approach the house cautiously as you circle the building. You see the white rabbit, the same one that traversed Arkham not long ago. The rabbit wails anxiously to two other figures that regard him sadly, a man and a lizard. My house, my poor house! Oh, the monster that must have done this! The dirt-caked man shakes his head forlornly and strokes his chin as he surveys the damage. And a monster that didn't even finish what it started, Your Honor. It didn't think to let the pieces fall before it vanished away. Never mind you the pieces, Pat, the white rabbit snaps. Call someone to put it back together. Oh, how late I shall be. You take half a step forward, only for the grinning head of the Cheshire Cat to wink into existence before you. The poor white rabbit, not a roof over its head to speak of. The cat's paws appear and gesture toward the shattered house. As Gorothnica claws at your world with its front, its back nails gouged into the Wonderland. The shadows crept at the corners until now, only seen by those who also lurk in the dark, solitary as oysters. Its eyes glance in the direction of the beach and vanish, leaving only its smile to linger a few moments after. You have only a few seconds to consider the cat's words. You there. You look down from the suspended grin to see the white rabbit looking at you haughtily. Standing with the idle hands when there's a monster about. Come help Bill find this beast and drag it back. It has much to answer for. His finger points to the lizard, who tips his cap back at you hesitantly. Before you can reply in any fashion, the white rabbit turns back to the cottage and resumes his despairing. You rub the back of your neck, at a loss for words as you weigh your options. Forced into work as you are, there's a chance you might learn something by venturing out into the surf. And then we gather all these cards, check the campaign log, gather cards from the Wonderland Boons encounter set, whose names are listed under the Wonderland Boons, and the cards from the Wonderland Banes encounter set, who are listed under the Wonderland Banes. We don't have any Banes yet. Okay. Set the Walrus and Carpenter outside out of play. Set the following cards outside of play: the Eldest Oyster and both copies of Deke Lurker. Put the White Rabbit House, Sandy Strand, Tidal Pools, Sheltered Shallows, Twining Reef, and Rocky Outcropping locations into play. Each investigator begins play at the White Rabbit's house. Okay, so we're all going into the White Rabbit's house. Hold on just a second.
That lizard illustration's pretty good. I dig it.
Okay, where are we at? So we need to get the Bane or whatever it is, the Boon.
That's the dodo boon.
Yes. But I guess that's not it. There's a Cheshire Cat.
Dodo Boon.
But the Cheshire Cat to play in the lead investigator. Who's the lead investigator?
Um,
Oh, here's the Boons and Banes.
Well, it doesn't seem like the greatest spot for me.
I can.
I can be a rabbit hunter.
This is weird stuff. Well, then again, we are hunting a monster, so
Okay, this makes sense. We'll give it to Tony. And then we're all up at the White Rabbit's house. His build wizard supposed to be there, but that's I mean, I guess that was said. And then the Dodo Surge.
Yeah,
Put the revelation to play next stage in a deck when a skull token is revealed. Cancel that token. Do not rebuild another token. Discard the Dodo.
So yeah, that gets.
That seems like the
Um,
deck. Okay. Yeah, put the build lizard into play. Shuffle the remainder of the counters. Build the encounter deck. Okay. So we're in good shape. Just we'll ditch these for, or put these over here for now.
I think the Dodo is supposed to be in the encounter deck.
Is it?
Let's see. Check campaign logs.
Let's see.
Well, it says gather. No, yeah, I think it. I think it's supposed to be shuffled into the deck.
Yep, this is the remainder of the following cards. Yeah, that's fine. Makes sense.
Also, since it had surge on it.
Okay. So, see, I got one issue not related to you guys. Give me a second.
Oh, the strange refreshments. There was only one of those that we had the option to get, right?
Yes, that's correct. Alright, not sure what's going on with that, but I think we're in good shape. Alright, so we can get started with the playing. Okay, so let's read the agenda deck, A Tide of Tears. The quiet lapping of waves on the sand does little to calm your feeling of foreboding. Shadows flit in every wave, making you reluctant to enter the surf in search of the truth in its 5-dune threshold. And then we have Search for the Eldest Oyster. You consider the Cheshire Cat cryptic words carefully. The cat seems to suggest that not only that the monster that destroyed the White Rabbit's home was one of Garanthka's ilk, but also that the nearby oysters may have somehow assisted in finding and defeating it. If you can destroy this monster, or perhaps the same can be done to Garanthka in time, if there are a total of at least 16 oysters in play among all locations, the investigators may advance. So I guess we're looking for oysters. Okay, and then we have the Build Lizard. And exhaust him, move Build Lizard to any connecting location. Additionally, you may move any amount of oysters from Build Lizard's current location to his new location, not exceeding the maximum for each location. Any investigator at Build Lizard's location may activate this ability. There goes Bill! Okay, and then we are here. We got 4 clues. Resign. This was no day at the beach. There cannot be more than 6 oysters on the White Rabbit's house. Forced, at the start of the investigator phase, place clues on the White Rabbit's house from the token bank until there are at least 4 clues on it. Forced, if there are no clues on White Rabbit's house, in your campaign log under Fragments of Alice, record Intuition.
Oh,
Okay,
sounds
so,
like something we need to do.
indeed. Okay.
Well, I can go first here. So I'll wonder if I shouldn't. So I was only planning on getting 1 clue this turn. Do we want to?
If you can get 2, I can possibly get the other 2.
For some reason, Virtual Tony only has 4 resources. But then
I-
we'll do it anyway.
Can't really do that and get my Hawkeye going.
Okay, I can probably get 2 clues.
Okay, so I'll start. I'll spend 4 for Dr. Christopher Milan. I'll investigate. I am 5v3. I'll go ahead and put a perception to that. And that succeeds. I gain a clue. I gain a resource. And I get a card from the perception. Then I'll spend 2 to bring out my Hawkeye camera. That's me.
All right. Want me to go next?
Sure.
Okay. So you're gonna be able to get the other clues.
I can get 2 clues, I think. 1 or 2
All right.
clues.
I'm going to take a damage. I'm gonna read the signs. So I am 7 versus 3.
Sounds good.
Womp womp.
Wah, wah.
I can at least get 1 clue, maybe.
1 clue is good.
All right. I'll put down pay 3 to get out 6 cents. It's my second action, and I'll investigate. I am 5 versus 3. Okay, I got 1 clue.
All right. I am going to investigate at 3v3. I guess. What is skulls worth? -1. If you fail, remove 1 oyster from your location. There are no oysters on our location. I will spend 2. Look what I found.
All right.
We don't really know what clues are for, right? So,
At this moment, no.
alright. I will take... well, I'm going to test at... I'll spend 1 resource and test at 4v1.
We also need to make a note.
That's at the end of the round, right? Oh, no. Okay.
No.
Fragments
Just
of Alice, we have intuition. Okay. I'll do this test. I spent 1 resource, and I'm testing at 4v1, and commit quick thinking to be 5v1. Now we'll spend another resource to be 5v2. Okay, cool. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, plus I get another action. Excuse me, this cough. I'll spend 1, 2, 3, 4, play Mouser.
How are you just reducing the difficulty of that test? I don't quite understand what you just did.
I didn't reduce the difficulty of the test.
you
Oh, you
increased
said
it.
5v.
I
Oh, I thought you
increased
said
it.
5v2 and then 5v1.
No,
was-
you were 5v1, then he upped it to 5v2.
Yes, that's what I did.
And,
Yes. I think I was. I may have not misspoke, but I was going to 5v2.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then so I played the Mouser, and then I will action draw a card. And that's me.
Okay, I am going to first action draw a card. Oh. Okay, well, this is I got my found a quarry.
Wait, you have the Cheshire Cat in play?
Yes, it comes in under the lead investigator's control.
Oh, okay.
All right, so he gets a doom.
so he's got 1 bounty and 1 doom on him.
It's a fitting location for that creature.
Does it actually?
Indeed, it is.
Is that bounty? Is that like a free bounty against it?
Yeah. From the trophy thing.
Okay, so I could put a bounty on it, but I don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I suppose I should get ready to handle that sometime soon.
Mhm.
Let's hoping to get something else out of here on my hand here. Let's see. Let me draw another card. And I suppose I'll spend 4 resources and bring out Lonnie, so I have some more fighting ability there. Okay. That's it for me.
Okay. So let's see. That does not hunt, right?
Nope, it's
So
aloof.
upkeep.
And we do fill this back up with clues, right?
At the start of the investigator phase.
Yeah. Okay. So we're at 1 of 5 Doom and Tony. Actually, we're 2 of 5 Doom and Tony.
Right. Digging for apples. Ugh. Awesome.
Ooh.
That's not good. The location shroud is 3. Okay. All right. So I go get a shadow creature and
Uh-uh.
we'll get this hunting shade, and I will take a horror.
Oh, the dodo. Placed next to the agenda deck. That surges. Nonsensical advice. Shuffle any number of cards. Source. Okay, well. So cards in. Cards out. Okay. And that surges. Okay, there are no oysters, so that just surges.
Wish we knew how to get oysters out.
Choose player does not currently control the Cheshire Cat. Okay, I'll give the Cheshire Cat to Les.
All right.
And that gains surge.
Just going through half the deck.
Yeah. Okay, saltwater crocodile. Hunter spawn at any coastal location, which is not our current one. Is there any particular spot you would like it to go in the middle, maybe, Chris?
Probably the middle.
All right, I'll put it down there.
Let's see, and
And now Les's draw.
I'll go ahead and put a bounty on it.
Crap. Fictional creature, so all right. Also, we need to fill this one up with clues.
At the start of the investigator phase, which I guess is now.
It's not quite yet.
Something else that happens right now?
Oh, have we all drawn encounter cards? Okay.
We have.
Okay. Yep. You guys can get started. I need to go check on a kiddo. But if you guys want to get started, it's cool.
All right.
Okay, I
Okay.
forgot to do my upkeep.
I can
I've got a
wish
pretty
I'd-
straightforward turn here. So I'll go ahead and go. I'll move down to the title pools. All right, let's see. It is 8 clues. So I'll be busy for a little bit over here.
I can head over to help as well.
There cannot be more than 6 oysters on tidal pools. After you succeed in investigating tidal pools by 1 or more, place 1 oyster from the token blank on tidal pools as an oyster. Okay, and it's a victory point location. So I will attempt to investigate. I am 5v3. Okay, that succeeds. So I gain a clue and a resource. And then I'm
back.
going to.
Wait, you succeed by 1 or more.
Yes.
So we put a.
Yeah, an oyster there as well. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm spending 2 to bring out pickpocketing.
That's fast. Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's nice. So then I'm going to investigate again at 5v3. Okay, that just makes it.
All right.
So
So
I
you
did
don't
not
get an oyster from that one.
oyster for me, but I did get a resource. That's me.
I'll go now.
I want to try to kill this guy real quick.
Oh. All right.
So I am. See, I'm attacking at. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, V2. Let's, 5v2 is not awesome. I'll go 6v2, putting 2 on watch this. Okay, cool. And I will take a resource from the mouser. That's the way that works, right? Yep. Okay, cool. So I'm at 5 resources. Then I will, action 1. I'll go ahead and do my free, I'll just gamble 1. Going at 4v1. Okay. Then I will spend 2 to put out strange refreshments. And then
I thought it's 3v1. You tested at a base value of 3.
Oh man, I've been doing this wrong. Yeah, I was thinking I was testing my agility.
Oh, you can only commit.
Yes,
agility.
yes. I hope I didn't do that wrong the last scenario. Read the card. Man. Okay. Yep. I mean, I still succeeded by enough, right? So it doesn't matter. But...
Yeah. And you can use stuff like High Roller and well
Yeah,
connected.
no. I'm aware of how it works. I just forgot. I wasn't reading the card. I just made a mistake. It's all right. I just hope I didn't cheat too badly last scenario. Okay, so what should I be doing now? Should I go to the rocky outcropping and
Yeah, seems like a good plan.
should we send Bill the Lizard?
Yeah, I'll be pulling a fair amount of clues from tidal pools here, so I suspect it might be worth sending it my way.
Okay. What does he do exactly?
He
You can
carries.
use him to
oysters.
pull oysters.
All right. I guess I'll move and just to see what this location is. Is there any reason it was?
Nope.
Okay. There cannot be more than 6 oysters. You can action choose and discard 2 cards from your hand. Place X resources in token bank on as X the card you discarded. Well, that's no good. Whoops, not putting clues. What do we use clues for exactly?
We haven't found out yet.
Okay. All right. That's me.
Okay. So you want to do this here? I think I'll use my first action to get a resource. Then move down to there. So engage on me. And yeah, I forgot this apples. That's gonna be annoying. Till we figure out how to get rid of that. And then we'll do a punching this dude. And I'm going to throw watch this. Okay. So he's got damage, and I get 6 resources. Yay, resources. Now I'm not broke anymore. That's good. Let's do another punch. -2, and I'm more than 2 up. So okay, so it is. Oh, is it? Did someone else get the cat? I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So it is
Cat
dead,
moved.
and I get the resource from the bounty. And let's see, how am I going to get rid of these apples? We have to have 6 oysters in a location. Where?
We have 1 so far in play total.
Oh, I see. That sounds great.
We have to discard cards here to get them. We have to pass agility tests here to get them.
Discover clues here.
Well, maybe I should move on down here to see what needs to be done here, since this guy's aloof anyway.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh, well, that's nice for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I guess we now know where enemies we want to spawn.
that's it for me then.
Oh, yeah, and there are 8 clues there. All right, so Migo,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll help you out with getting clues over here. Move. I'm going to pay 3 to get out Jessica Hyde. Dactyma is my blood magic donor. And then I will investigate. I am 5 with 6 cents. I am 5 versus 3. Skull -1. Pass. I want to be investigating here. So I'm not gonna choose another location. So I get 1 clue.
If you cancel that token, you would succeed by. Oh, after you succeed by posting 1 or more, you succeeded by 1 or more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get another oyster here, right?
Right.
There you go. All right. Cool.
All right.
All right,
Yeah,
that's everyone.
I figure we can probably save the dodo for something more important.
Yeah.
Save the dodos.
Let's do upkeep. Right. 2 doom.
Well, good news, everyone. I got a silver twilight alkalite.
Well, it sounds like you're gonna be
A good
busy.
place for it.
It is.
Are you all out of chewing gum?
Yes,
They not even had chewing gum.
I said I don't have I wish I had no more resources and didn't have this apple on me though.
I mean, the apple's not hurting anything, right?
Well, it means
Oh,
that
you're gonna take damage when you do this. Yeah.
when I do that.
To put oysters on this, you're gonna take damage.
Oh crap! I wasn't looking at that. Actually, my thought was, yeah, that kind of makes it so I can't actually afford to use my gun.
Well, you can either
No,
use
you
resources or damage.
this doesn't prevent you from using your gun.
I thought it was actually like any kind of a trigger.
It says
Oh, on a location. On a location. Oh, hey! I should read the cards.
yes.
Yeah. How long have you been playing?
But in order to get the oysters on here, you're gonna have to take damage or spend resources. So.
No, my eye's been a little irritated, so I that's part of the reason too.
Ah, okay.
All right. Anyway, encounters starting with Tony. We're at 2
Should have played that gun last turn then. If that was the case.
Oh boy.
Well, looks like I'm gonna be getting an enemy. The shroud is 8.
He can't just be one of those aloof guys.
No, it's
What's
Pawn's
that?
engaged with
Oh.
you.
Oh, engaged with
Hey,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I realized I actually think I probably should have used the dodo, because I realize now that the Cheshire Cat would make me fail.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, so a shadow, huh? So at least it's only one shadow that's on me.
Hmm.
Sounds like you're pretty busy.
Yeah, I am.
Do you want me to blow stuff up?
I'll live. I'm probably.
Okay. Oh, I got the digging for apples now.
Now I really wish I had my gun out.
Peril. So I must choose one. Oh, I'll totally place 2 clues on my location. This is a great spot for that.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think I'm gonna
Ooh.
come in and shoot something in Chris's location.
So should I spawn? Should I spawn this at your location, Chris?
Just how many creatures can we get on him?
I mean, yes, we should. I'll go help kill stuff.
Well, I have a storm of spirits.
Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty good. Because if you do the Storm of Spirits, then you could actually kill all of this. You could kill a lot of stuff, and Chris wouldn't have to take the damage on.
Well, the thing is oh, sorry, I was on mute apparently. It's like, yeah, I have. Well, as I was saying before putting this on me, I do have my Colt in my hand, and I wouldn't mind. I mean, I could still, kill these 2 and get the benefit of the Colt and the bounties,
Oh,
which is a double thing. But
I mean,
that might make it harsh if the crocodile's on me too. That's gonna be another damage that I have to soak. I mean, I could probably do it, but
well, the storm of spirits can at least take out the haunting shade and the saltwater crocodile. And
right. But it also means this.
It'll leave
No.
the Tony's Quarry and the Silver Twilight Acolyte with 1 health for you to finish off.
I'm sorry, but the thing is that I'm saying that will also, by losing the quarry, I'm not only losing the benefit of the quarry, I'd be losing the benefit of the gun with the quarry.
You're not
So it's
losing
kind
the
of like
core.
I'm not killing the Quarry. I'm bringing it down to 1 health.
Which one?
I'm not.
The Haunting
So-
Shade also has a quarry marker on it.
A
Yeah.
bounty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a bounty on this thing.
Are you
Huh.
talking about the quarry or the shade?
I meant the bounty is what I meant to say.
Yeah, the
I
bounty.
was saying quarry instead of bounty.
Okay, so I just want so just to be clear, every time you kill something, if you want to trigger this to put oysters on there, you're gonna have to take damage or spend resources. But if Les does it, then he doesn't. Then you won't have to spend those resources or take damage. Because he doesn't have the digging for apples.
Right. I'm just saying that, but is there any point in bringing the gun was so I could actually, if I got the gun out, then I kill something with a quarry or with a bounty on it. That helps me get more bounties again to use later. Is that worth giving up that benefit?
Well, also,
That's up to you. Yeah, I mean, I'm just
That's
showing
actually
you
what thing. That's actually what I was trying to go for, just so I could help reinforce those bounties. Because
I was gonna say you already got enemies on you that will trigger attacks of opportunity.
right, that's actually why I was hesitating on the crocodile. I was like, these 2 guys, I can soak the damage of the horror, no
Well,
problem.
Silver
the-
Twilight Acolyte adds Doom when it attacks you.
But yeah,
But I'll kill it.
the doom goes on the agenda.
Oh. Okay, whatever.
I mean, we could definitely put the crocodile elsewhere. I think the reason why we're wanting to put it on you is because you're on this location where we get oysters for killing them.
Okay. Yeah, man, well, I understand that. I just
Mhm.
so
Maybe don't put the bounty on that hunting
What?
shade.
it's too late. I put that on there before the crocodile was drawn.
Yeah, I mean, if you want us to put the crocodile somewhere else, we can.
Just put it there. So that's fine. I guess there's not really much point in me bringing the gun out this turn then anyway. So okay, but necessarily. All right. Okay. Just go ahead and just do what you're doing. That's fine.
Okay,
Okay.
that was the last encounter card, right?
Yeah, that
Okay.
was mine. So I guess I'll move in and then do Storm of Spirits.
And pull an autofill, yes.
Don't jinx that.
why would you say it?
Because it's funny.
It's not funny. It's cruel when it happens. And it does. So I'll move in. I'll take a damage to play Storm of Spirits, which will cost a resource. And I'm attacking. I'll attack the Haunting Shade because it has 2 fight. So I'm 5 versus 2. +1. Okay, so it does 2 damage to all the enemies at the location.
All right. So this is dead. This is dead, and this has 2 damage on it.
Yes.
And the score I put 2 on.
All right.
And we get to now you get to trigger the after you defeat an enemy, place X resource from the token bank on where X is 1 less than enemy's health. So we get to put 2
total of
oysters
2.
on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this gets shuffled back in. And as my turn ends, Jessica heals the damage.
Okay, so that's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll spend 2 resources and play a leather jacket, and then spend 3 resources to put down my revolver.
Okay, we
But
added it to the
wait.
agenda.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Never mind. That's right. Hold off on that then. Sorry, I was
Uh-huh.
getting the order. Forget about that second. I'll just have to use the gun later. Okay, so then I'll just punch this dude with a free action there, and fail. Awesome. So then I will do another punch. And that's still high enough, so it is dead. Let me get these things over here. Put in my discard.
All right.
Then we can do 2 oysters, but you will take a damage or spend 2 resources to do that.
I'll take a damage. Put it on my coat.
Did you gain the resource from off that bounty?
No, not yet. Okay. And so now we have. Do we have the 5 things in there yet? There's only 4.
There's 4. How many do we need to have on there?
5
6.
or 6.
Yeah.
So, I have 1. Or actually, I get 2 actions left. So now I can spend the 3 resources. I'll bring down the gun this time. Okay. I guess. Did you put resources there? Okay, I thought I heard the thing there again.
I created a copy, but I'll get rid of it now.
Oh, I didn't see it up there. Sorry,
It's
it's blending in. My eyes are actually a little bit blurred at the moment. because they were getting irritating, like watering up a little bit. Okay, so thanks though. And then let's take a shot at this dude.
You can't because he's aloof.
Oh, right. Should play my quick thinking in the last turn, but I wasn't quick thinking enough.
Fitting,
Okay.
thematic.
Yeah, I guess I'll draw a card then. I mean, I'm out of weaknesses, so why not?
I guess I'm moving over there so that I can clear my bobbing for apples or whatever it is. So 1, 2, and then after we kill the quarry, I will just, I guess, take a card. Yeah, I'll draw. Last action, I'll draw a card. Okay, and then I will just gamble 1, 2 up. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, that's it for me.
All right. Well, I think I'm starting to see how this works, and I think I'm. Hold on.
Oh, you have 2. Yeah, you have 2 resources. I guess I didn't give everybody their resources.
Easily enough. I'm not on that one. Okay. Well, I'm just going to investigate at title pools. So I am 5v3. I'll go ahead and actually no. I'm going to bring out Legacy Great Case first. Then I'll investigate and commit perception. So I'm 4 up. -1. Okay. So that succeeds about enough to trigger a Lucky Cigarette Case. So I get a card for it and a card for perception. Oops. Too many cards. And I get a clue. I get a resource. And we get an oyster. And then for my third action, I'll investigate. Huh.
But you probably want to be investigating there, sadly.
Yeah. So I guess I'll gain a clue. I will add a oyster. Gain a resource. And I mean, I can send Bill back to the rabbit's house to drop some oysters off. Or I could send him over to Sandy Strand to get him closer to you guys. Not really a limit to the number of ones he can carry, is there? So I could send him off with some oysters to the Sandy Strand so that one of you can pop over and send it back to Sheltered Shallows to get some of those. I think that makes sense. I'll load him up with 3.
They don't go on him, right? They just go on the next location that he moves to?
Yeah. Right, but he's the one moving them.
But he throws them. He doesn't carry them.
Oh.
Did you move
Oh,
this
he
last
does.
one here?
No, I intentionally did not.
Okay.
He chucks them, then shucks them.
That's me.
There shouldn't. Is there a cultist or tablet in the bag?
Not yet.
Okay.
Alright, that's everything?
I think so.
Upkeep. Right, 4 or 5 doom. Actually, Chris. Well, at least we'll be able to clear those 2. Move as many oysters as possible from your location to all connecting coastal locations, distributed as evenly as possible. If one
You
or
suck.
if one or fewer oysters are removed to this effect, title surge gain surge. I don't suppose you have a cancel for that, right? Just making sure.
Wait, I do.
Maybe we cancel that?
How is it bad?
Well, because we had all these things here that we were going to be able to clear once he kills the Tony's quarry to get rid of our digging for apples.
Oh, yeah.
And if
Well, there's only one. Oh, no, there's 2 connecting locations. I see.
All right, so
well, okay. So that's a good point. Is that if we move them here, we could actually. Let's see. How many would we have to move? We move as many ways as possible from your location to all connecting locations. So we'd put 2 here and 2 here, right? And there would be 5 here. We could go there, push them
And
back.
path and agility.
or just push them over to.
With yes, and build a lizard over to take them over, and then. But I mean, I think it's just more efficient to just cancel it if we can. That's my thing. That's what I think.
All right, let's see if I can cancel it. So I'm gonna pay 1 to do test of will. I am 5 versus 3.
I have a lucky, by the way. Okay.
I got a skull.
Okay.
So I'm 4. Oh wait, Cheshire Cat would make me fail.
It's an auto fail. Yeah. So I can't lucky that. It's unfortunate.
Didn't you already auto fail? Shouldn't he have
Oh,
flipped?
we used the dodo last time.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay, but I can't use the dodo this time around.
All right. So we're just pushing 2 up there and 2 over here.
Another thought is I can move over.
Yeah, you can move back and send Bill down with a bunch of oysters.
Yeah, and I can move
Or-
Bill over to max out this location, the 20 reef.
We'll see how this. Let's do the rest of them and see.
All right, my encounter. Flip
Ah!
the Cheshire Cat.
Damn it.
Why couldn't we have done them in the other
And
order?
hey, a saltwater crocodile for
yours.
Chris to play with.
Okay.
Assuming Chris wants it.
Let's see. Who else is
It-
here?
If you don't want it, I can play with it too.
Well, we definitely want it
Well-
at this location, but it could be on somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, if it was on, well, so you got an Apple II though. So I was gonna say, if Agnes had a way to kill it, then
I have a sword cane on hand.
it's like, you know, then if she did it, then she could actually trigger the event and not take damage from apples
Yes.
or cost from
Yeah,
apples.
let's put it on
Okay,
Agnes.
so I'll take it.
All right. And then Agnes, you're.
Title surge. Location. All right, this gains surge. Animate shadow.
That's unfortunate.
Okay. Oh wait, crap! I don't have resources to get out the sword cane.
Okay. Well then, let me go and kill this saltwater crocodile. Did you want to put a bounty on? Probably not on the animated shadow. Probably not. Okay. Because you're gonna kill. You have to kill your quarry this turn. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to take a shot with the mouser at the crocodile. Wait, that's not gonna get us enough clues. Oysters here, is it?
Not without these, the ones from here first. So if we want to clear that, probably need to get Trish would need to go first. Right.
Yeah, this is.
Wait, what? What do you need me to do?
Well, no, he was just saying if you were gonna move all those things here so that we could.
I
Clear.
I could go do that.
Do you,
Is that worth doing or not?
It seems reasonable.
Okay.
Here, I'll start with that. I'll spend 3 to bring out Pathfinder. Use Pathfinder to pop over. And toss Bill at you. You need all 6 or just 4 or...
What?
5. Oh, if you could do all 6, that would be pretty.
Well,
Well,
that's
it's
weird.
got a
There's
limit,
there's
and
only
if he's
5
gonna...
here.
So he's not gonna kill Tony's quarry? I guess he
can.
wants to...
We want to.
Oh, he...
We want.
Yeah, I get it.
And we can push him back, right? Once you push him to us, is that easy exhaust? I can't. Oh, it's exhausted, so we.
Okay, well, I'm not going to push him yet. I'll do the test and then push him so we get all 6 down there. So let's see. Test will or agility 3.
I don't think we
I'm
want. We want 5 here. I'll kill the saltwater crocodile to get 1.
okay. All right, that works then.
It's a weird scenario.
5.
It is.
Okay. Let's see. I'll go ahead and test agility 3. That would be silly. I'll commit to watch this with. Oh, I don't have any resources. Okay, well that makes that easy. All right, so then I guess I'll just move back with my second action and third action investigate. 5v2.
I gotta go to the bathroom
Or
first.
5v3. -1. Okay, so I gain a clue and a resource and an oyster. That's me.
I will do the thing with the mouser, firing at the saltwater crocodile. I am at 3, 4, 5. We'll use this. 3, 6, 7. No, we won't use that. Just be 5v2 is fine. No, 5v3. Yeah, we'll use this to be 5, 6, 7, v3. Okay. So he is dead. And then I will, I guess, lose 2 resources to put an oyster here. Then I will take an action to clear this oyster, or to clear the apples thing.
Could clear one mine too, right?
Sure. I can do that. And
Cool.
I succeeded by enough, I will get a resource from the mouser. Let me see. I will, I'm going to test 1. 3v1 minus 2. Okay. Alright, cool.
Okay. That kind of frees up one action for me too to do one other thing too. And so actually, I think what I can do is, I guess it's not really necessary to take the action to get rid of this thing first anymore, is there? But it doesn't really hurt, I
True.
suppose.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do that. And then.
And now that your site's at its maximum number of oysters, you might want to send Bill off to free it up.
He's exhausted though. So
He's exhausted. He can't do it again.
Oh, that's a problem. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I guess that's the situation we're in. You know, that's them apples. Anyway, so taking action to put down the
Hey guys, I'm
skull.
back.
What's that?
Just saying I'm back.
Welcome back.
And so, you actually have to use the thing to actually engage it, an action to engage it first. So I'll use my free action for engage, and does it have to die this turn? Absolutely, or
If it doesn't, then we advance early. I have a lucky level 3 in my hand.
Okay, so as long clicking because nothing's happening. There we go. He is dead. And get a resource, or a bounty there. Get that, and a resource. And one of these emotes goes away. Okay, that's it for me. I think we all feel better and have learned something.
With animated shadow on me. I should be able to take care of it now. So I'm going to first 2 actions, gain 2. Then I'll spin to get the sword cane out, which I'm using to fight. Because I can activate its ability same turn I play it. So I am 5 versus 2.
And it says without paying its cost, right? So it doesn't exhaust.
Oh, okay. 5 versus 2. Alright, it's dead. And I'm at that location, so I can put another oyster.
You can't because it's already got 6 oysters.
I'm counting 5.
Well, there was 6, or else I wouldn't have been able to do the thing. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the other one. It,
I
it might have
probably
been.
didn't-
Just never place it down there.
Yeah.
Alright, end my turn. Just heals, so she is back to full. Ready for me to cast more spells.
Let's do upkeep. Okay, we're at 4 or 5 doom. And Chris.
Yeah, I don't really know what the strategy is for this, so I'll take the cat this time, I suppose.
That's good.
Alright, just note you're going to be failing by, if you succeed by exactly 1, you automatically fail instead.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess Bill's ready now.
Okay, so what's the shroud value? This is the shroud value 8 again, isn't it? Or yeah, I'm gonna fail this one. Yep,
It's fine.
failed.
It gets enemy for more, whatever they are. Shells. Things.
Mhm.
What now?
Well, you get an enemy, we can kill it and put more things here.
Oh yeah. Well, we need to get some off of there first, but yeah.
Okay.
That's why we have Bill.
All right, so let me find
Whoops.
You want to move him to the center? So
Nope.
that way...
I can do the center one, so there's no reason. I mean, we should just move.
Oh, I was going to say we can start then move him over to the rat
Yeah,
cave.
Okay.
yeah, which doesn't have otherwise have a way to get them.
wait, does it have to be from let's see, where's it gonna be from the discard as well? Let me read
Yeah,
that again.
yes, I can.
Okay. Oh, and then this should be my discard pile. Let me take care of that in a second here. There we go. I apparently. Oh, you might reshuffle that encounter deck too, since I searched that. That's my discard, and there we go.
And then you take a horror.
I do. It's
Right.
okay.
My encounter card is okay.
No.
This is unfortunate.
on
We
it.
don't get any shells for that guy. All right. And Trish.
Okay, my encounter. Oh, I got a creature. Any coastal location. So I guess that means I don't have to put him on me.
Yep, you put him on us.
Of Shroud. Oh, they all have equal stress. Actually, if I put them on Bill's location. Oh no, wait, we wouldn't move the clues. Okay, yeah, I'll put them over here on this location. Who wants them?
I guess you can put it on me.
Sounds confident. All right, and then Agnes.
Crap. Deepening dark.
So all the enemies get +1 fight and +1 horror.
Okay. I can go first and take care of that.
Okay.
All right. So first two actions, I'm gonna get rid of Deepening Dark. Should I reveal this location or can I just draw a card?
It's up to you.
I'm gonna draw a card because okay. Not what I was hoping for, but okay. And that's it for me.
Okay, I can go next and try to take care of these
Do you need me to
dudes.
put 2 damage on one of them first?
I mean, if it's convenient for you, you can, but I have another way of doing it also. So I mean, it's. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Okay. So the first thing I'll do is I'll evade this this animated shadow, I guess. I'll spend 2 on this, so I'm at 4, 5, 6, and I'll go 7, and I'll spend 1, 2, 3 resources on that. So I'm at 7 versus 3. Okay, that is -4, so I exactly,
So you don't get your. Watch this.
or during maneuver.
Aha! You do get your watch this. Nice.
So you got that was 2 damage.
No, I just evaded this guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, wrong guy.
Yeah.
And daring maneuver has really come up in the world.
Indeed. Okay, I will then exhaust the Mouser.
I used it a lot with Winnie, I think.
Yes, you did.
Oh, when it first came out.
For so I'm at 4, 5 versus their fight is 4 now, right?
No, I got rid of the thing.
Oh, I have 5 versus 3. So that's fine. 5 versus 3. What is skulls worth?
Minus
-1.
one.
Okay. So I don't get anything special, but I do 2 damage to it.
Okay, cool.
So that was evade, those do the damage, and then I guess I move here so that I can send Bill up to the White Rabbit's house next turn. Let's see, do I gamble? Sure, I'll gamble 1. So I'm up by 2. Okay, well, lucky. Get a card. Alrighty then. Not really my best use of lucky, but it...
Alright, I'll investigate. I am 2 up. Okay, so that succeeds by 2. I get extra and a clue and a resource, and I get to use Lucky Cigarette Case. Right, investigating again. 2 up.
How many clues do you have? You have 4?
A bunch.
Okay.
I don't know your hands on it, so I can't read.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I was missing 1. You have 6.
which gives me a resource, gives me extra as well. And third action, investigate. This one, so that's another resource, oyster, and clue. That's me.
Okay, got 2 shots here. Let's. I will use my free bounty attack. I'll take out to attack the Haunting Shade first. I'm gonna throw a quick thinking on that too, and so -3. Well, I guess I need to do the math real quick. 5, 6, 7. So I was up by 5, so that is up by 2. So I do get the extra action as well. It is killed, and we get a an oyster here, and I also will get a bounty there, a resource, and the thing of the decorated skull. All right, so now use that free action to yeah, I'm actually using ammo too, of course. Sorry, didn't
Yep.
actually explicitly move. So many tokens to move around with his actions now. All right, so this one is dead.
And we get 3 oysters for that guy.
Get 3. So 3 oysters is it? I thought it was 2. Oh yeah, it is 3 because he has 4 health. All right, so and then get another bounty there. This gets here, and I get a resource there.
Then we put 3 on the.
And okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
We
Okay,
also
so
have
that
enough
was
to
that was some good oysters there. All right, now I can actually do 3 actions. I've gone through my weaknesses, so I think burning tokens on my skull might be useful. There's nothing else to kill at the moment, so let's use 1 charge there, resource and a card, and now I'll burn another one here. Is there anywhere I should be moved to?
Well, we haven't gone to.
We need to find out what that location is. Yeah, but it's
Mhm.
not like super critical. You being here is actually still really good. So
And that skull's really working out for you. Are you planning on getting the
In
upgraded
that
one?
case, I will.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure
upgrade.
yet. I haven't
Yeah.
actually. I don't know sure what it looks like now. I'll use the other charge there.
I think it lets you use multiple charges in one go.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Um,
Hey guys, we've actually got enough oysters,
Yeah.
right?
I thought, is it actually showing my updated resource? Oh, there it goes. It was lagging for me.
6.
Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
it
We
just
got
took a minute to
17.
update.
Yeah, we got 17 out of the 16 needed.
Oh, 16. Yeah, so we can advance if we want. I guess. Shall we do it?
Sure.
Sure.
All right. You work your way up and down the coast, but none of the shellfish seem to understand. Finally, one oyster in particular regards you more warily than the others. You're not a part of the Wonderland, it states coolly, but neither are you one of the shadows. You must be another Alice. You do your best to explain the circumstances, and it nods itself slowly. Choose the eldest in. Choose the investigator to immediately take control to set aside the eldest oyster asset.
They're so selfish.
Okay. You can exhaust it. You get plus X skill value for this test, whereas X is the number of oysters in your location. Any investigator at the eldest oyster's location may activate this ability. Cool. And the
So who wants it?
that would be really nice for printing resources for me.
True, isn't it like straight up plus? Not.
I mean, I can just
Printing resources.
use it for my
It
resource
prints
ability.
money,
Yeah,
or
so
it prints pearls.
I'll take it
Okay.
because why not? Okay, and then the next agenda is gone fishing. The oysters demand that you take it. The oyster demands you take it with you. The shadows are hungry, like their master, and anything hungry can be baited. They crave things from your world, some of which have drifted from the Sea of Tears. You get the idea pretty quickly to start collecting anything you can find from Arkham. At the end of the round, investigators at the rocky outcropping may spend the requisite number of clues to advance. So we need 16 clues. The rocky outcropping, which is, where is that?
That is over here on the far right.
Okay. And we need, how many clues do we have?
We got 11. At least that's what's shown.
Okay, cool. Have I used my ability? I guess I did. Yeah, I used the lucky for that. I'm gonna put 2 resources on my debts. So I guess it's Agnes, right? Or did you already go? You already went. We all went.
Yeah, I went first to get rid of that attached card.
Okay.
So upkeep.
Chris, do your.
Okay, deepening dusk here.
Mm-hmm. And then I will get this nightmare.
Oh, where are you going to spawn it?
Probably on Chris because, you know, he likes to punch stuff in the face. Are you okay with that, Chris?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You put a thing on it if you want.
Oh no. I will place 2 of my clues on my location.
Is that like a oh no anyway kind of moment?
Well, we don't need the oysters anymore.
This is true. We do need the clues.
Yeah, but I'll hoover those up.
Yeah, that's kind of what you do. All right, go ahead, Agnes.
Deepening dark. Ooh. You know what? I'm just for the sake of expediency, I'm going to pay 1 to ward protection net. Oh wait, no, I'm not going to pay 1 actually. I'm going to
I mean,
have
oh, because
Jessica
yeah, I mean, sure.
donate blood to this. And ward protection net, I will take a horror. That's fine. So that cancels that. This gets shuffled back in.
And
Alright.
that's everything. So, I mean,
Mind if
I
I go? I'm just going to be getting rid of this deepening dark, and then I'm going to see what the twinning reef is.
Okay.
Just in case of the VP location.
Go for it.
Okay, so first 2 actions, get rid of deepening dark. And then I will move over here. It is VP.
Okay. So that's where we need to get the clues from.
Oh.
And as 2 actions, you can place 2 resources as oysters. Okay.
I'd rather just kill things and move them over.
Okay, so right now we need clues.
Yeah, let me go ahead and start on that. So from the title pools, I'll investigate. I will play deduction.
I mean, do you want it there or do you want it from this VP location?
Well, both of them are VP locations.
Oh, that's
yeah,
a VP.
this is
Oh,
also
okay.
VP.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that puts me at 4, 5, 6, 7 V3. What are our negatives? There's a -4 in the bag, right? So that's fine. Okay. Okay, -1. So that gives me 2 clues and a resource.
And you succeed by more than 1?
Yeah, so that gives me puts the 6th oyster on there.
You had dropped 2 clues earlier, so I guess.
Yeah. And then I will spend 2 to play working a hunch to snag the last clue. Since I can't get another oyster on there anyway. Which does give me a resource and gives me a pip on the Hawkeye folding camera. I will Pathfinder to the middle. Oh, also like a cigarette case. Huh. Yeah, Pathfinder to the middle.
Just one thing to keep in mind. Whenever you trigger perception or lucky cigarette case, you should draw the card before you pick up the clue, in case you draw your weakness.
Okay.
Because then your weakness just gets discarded.
Should we do anything with Bill the Lizard?
I'm not
I-
sure if there's any reason to at this point. There
I
might
think
be.
it might be wise to get these oysters to the White Rabbit's house.
Sure, you do that.
So I'll,
Wait. Before we do that, I'll do it. I like
Yep.
having. I want them here.
okay,
Because I
that'll
can
work.
use the eldest oyster, get plus with oh, but actually I could use that over here to get +2. No, let's just send them. It's fine.
And Les, do you need any assistance getting the glues off Twining Reef?
yeah, that could. Yeah, I could use some help with that.
Then last
Since I'm
action,
just
I'll move down there.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna go down there and I'll get clues as well.
Well, we don't actually need the ones off of Rocky Outcropping, and we already have 12. So
Yeah, should I go down there and help or?
sure.
Okay. Action 1, I'll move. Action 2, I'll spend 2 resources for the flashlight. Then action 3, I will use flashlight to reduce the shroud down to 2. So I'm at 3v2, and I'll use this, which will give me a boost by 2. So I'm at 5v2. Seems okay. Well, what does that do? That lets me get a level 2 or less card in your discard pile. Okay. What card do I want? Yes.
And that's pretty good Elder Sign effect.
It is pretty nice other side effect. Okay, and then I got a clue. And then I will use my free thing to I'll test 3v1, committing manual 3v actually 1, 2, 3, and then watch this. I'll go 1, 2, 3. So I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7v3. Sure, 7v3. Hey!
Damn.
Okay, so first I get a card back from here, which will be actually maneuver. I get an extra action for quick thinking. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 resources, and I get to draw. I get to draw a card. Okay, and then I will. I guess. Let's see. I moved. I played the flashlight.
Yeah, you pay your own debts this time, mister.
Speaking of which, I guess I'll put 2 on there.
Is that hospital debts or gambling debts?
Yeah, something like that. Okay, I just want to make sure these actions are correct, right? So I moved.
Broken legs from not paying his gambling debts.
No, I actually I have 1 action left. I will use the flashlight, and I'm investigating at 3v2.
Let's see.
See, Les, that's how gambling debts can be hospital debts.
Yeah, I can't really help you there.
Okay. Ooh, that didn't
And I'm
work
glad
out.
I didn't even try.
Yep.
It's opposite ends.
That's what happens when you help other people.
I should have gotten look what I found back actually. Then I could have just gotten 2. But...
Altruism sucks.
All right, whatever. That was me.
So that's everybody but Chris, right?
Yeah, I think so. I guess. So let's take care of this nightmare. So I think I'll spend 2 resources and give it the 1-2 punch. And I'll spend 3 or more resources to play Watch This. So that's 7v3. All right.
We're just
Nailed.
elder signs and auto fails right now.
So that gives me a bounty for that, for the elder sign, and 2 damage on that. Oh, 1 damage, wasn't it, from the first punch?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll do the second round of punch.
From watch this resources.
Yes, I spent them already, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, because I needed those.
Share the wealth, guys.
And
all these rogues and then Agnes.
second punch. Okay, and so that's. I think that's was I'm gonna go 5.
It's enough.
I was making sure I wasn't one over for the Cheshire Cat.
Oh yeah.
So I was actually going to do the math here. So that's 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's still above that. Okay, so all good. It is dead. This is gone. I get the new. No, I didn't get a bounty because I just got that decorated skull. So that's not with the pistol. But I do get that resource for killing it.
And you get oysters.
Oh yeah. You get 3 oysters.
Oh, 2.
Oh, 2. Yeah.
Oh no, that's 2 damage. I still need one. I need the final damage.
Yeah,
did
you
I?
need to do 1 more damage. That's right.
Yeah, let me take care of that first. Let's just do the punch.
There you go. Now all the things happen.
And what was that? What did I need to be up by?
It was a 4, right? And you were at 5, 6.
5. I'm at 5, 6. So that means that takes it to 4, which means I succeeded by 1, which means the Cheshire Cat makes me fail.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. So now let's try this again.
Okay.
All right. So that's enough.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let's do upkeep. Yes.
Sounds good.
All right.
I got a friend.
Oh, and are we still caring about this one's maxed out. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Well, we
got a friend.
put 2 on from what you did. Yeah, but
Okay.
this advances, and we get problems with the old country house squire. A disinterested carpenter approaches the White Rabbit and his partially demolished home, giving them both only a glance. Yes, yes, only hurry, the rabbit pleads, tapping his foot. Easy does it, Gov, the carpenter retorts, rubbing his stomach. Job's as good as done, only I'm a mite peckish. I'll be back round once I've had a bite. Further down the rocky coast, an enormous walrus lifts itself out of the surf. Its stomach growls like an earthquake as it looks out over the sea of tears. Vittacles abound. An oyster dinner seems the only solution, it rumbles to itself. Spawn set aside the walrus into play at the tidal pools. So we'll go get that guy. Are we at the tidal pools?
No, we're at the.
That's
sorry.
tadpoles there.
Oh,
Okay, he's
That's full
aloof.
time?
He cannot be damaged after the walrus successfully attacked. Move up to 4 oysters from the walrus to its location. What? Oh. Okay, I assume there's some mechanic that gives him that. Okay. And then spawn this aside the carpenter into play at the White Rabbit's house. So that would be this guy. He cannot be damaged after the carpenter successfully attacked. Same thing. Okay. And then shuffle the remainder of the walrus and carpenter encounter set and the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So that would be the walrus and carpenter encounter set. And all of this goes in. Okay. And now we get the next agenda. Beginning the feed. The 2 hungry figures make their way down the beach with the clear intent of devouring the oysters. With each bite, they seem to grow larger by inches at a time, and at the same time grow darker and more distorted. At the end of the Mythos phase, remove all Doom from all cards in play. For each Doom removed, resolve the highest possible option 4 times. Move 1 oyster from the walrus or the carpenter's location onto that enemy. Move the walrus or the carpenter 1 location towards the closest location with most oysters on it. Force. If there are no oysters on locations, advance.
thank good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We've got a bit of a stockpile, but they're gonna chew through that fast.
We don't want to advance the agenda. Yeah, okay. All we need to do is get. Well, we'll see what the act after that is, though.
Yeah. All right. Let's start. So what is this? They move for each. Move resolve the highest possible option 4 times.
That would be getting
Okay.
oysters from their location.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's Trish's turn. Oh, did you want to put a bounty on the shadow agents? By the way, Chris.
Sorry, the shadow agents, where are they at?
They're right here.
Well, technically, all he has to do is just evade it to get rid of it. So,
Only evade. That's all.
I mean, with
Yeah.
Trish,
Yeah, it's not a problem. But
Okay.
you said it's my draw, my encounter draw
Yes. Yes. Your counter draw.
of cabbages and kings. If all oysters in play are on the walrus and/or carpenter's locations of cabbages and kings, gain surge. Otherwise, test will 3. If you fail, move X oysters that are not at the walrus or the carpenter's locations, one location toward either the walrus or the carpenter, whichever is closest, where X is the amount you failed by.
Okay.
I think I need to read that again. Sorry.
But the walrus's location is already maxed, so that would not be good. We'd be losing some.
Does it say anything about Max? Oh, okay. I see.
Location does. Anybody got any will icons to help me with on this?
Are you with us? Let's
Yeah,
see.
we're all the same location here, except for
me.
Chris.
I have a level 3 lucky. So,
Okay.
So if I don't, I can give you a daring maneuver, but I'd prefer not to. But I
Right.
can definitely play the lucky.
Well, so I'll test even.
Oh,
-3.
hey,
there you go, lucky. And
Thank you.
Yes, think if I were
A-
there,
a-
the only will I kind of had was a dynamite blast, which would be thematic if you failed.
you draw a card as well.
Oysters.
Okay. Very good.
and I need to do my encounter card.
Yep.
Keeping dark.
Okay. Oof. Okay, Chris. Oh, Chris started this madness, didn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should have.
But he didn't.
Did
Oh.
did I not?
We did it out of order. I think I said the shadow agents and all that messed me up. So
Oh, I was confused because I didn't remember you drawing one, and so I was like, oh, I guess I'll just.
yeah, I
Does that
guess
mean that neither of us have drawn one?
yeah, I think we can either go back and retcon all of this, or we can just have you and I draw one.
I think it's easiest just to have you two draw.
I think
Yeah.
so
Okay.
too.
Random's random.
Yep. I agree.
None of this faded stuff.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm not even gonna bother trying to pass that. Skull is if you fail, take a horror. Oh no, that's the other one. If you fail, remove an oyster from your location.
That's fine because you're just gonna put one back.
Take my oysters. Oh shucks. Okay. Sorry. All right, and so take a shadow, and let's get this. I guess this dude here.
And then you take a horror.
Righto. I do. I think I'll just put it on Lonnie and actually remember to use her ability someday.
You do it right now if you want.
Sure. Why not?
All right. I get That's
What?
so dang annoying.
How do you like them apples?
Not even a little bit.
I can do a double action to add more oysters here. That helps.
I mean, I'll probably just go to Tony's location after he kills something.
Well, we need to get clues to Rocky Outcropping.
Yes.
True. So I guess we need to clear this location.
How many clues do you have? You've only got 2.
I have 3.
Let's see, I could get
You got 8.
11. Oh, you? Yeah, I have 8.
I mean, I could maybe get 1 clue from this location. The shroud is +1, right? So it's 5.
Um.
That'd be tough. Oh, actually, yeah, I can probably get 1. We do have this Eldest Oyster.
I can get all the clues with 1 action and to get rid of my guy.
Okay.
So maybe I'll start with that.
Yeah, seems good.
All right, so I will spend 4. I take 2 damage as an attack of opportunity, but I play Pilfer. So I am 4 versus a Shroud of 5. I'll commit pickpocketing. I go to 6, 7. I'll watch this for 2. It should be 8. And Nimble takes me to 9 for 4 up. Okay. So I get 3 clues. I use Trish ability to evade the shadow agents. That puts it. That nets me a resource from Milan. That gives me all 3 clues. I will play Crack the Case. I gain 2 resources. Les, you want 2 resources?
Sure.
I'll use like a cigarette case and draw a card. Nimble allows me to move up to 4 spaces, so I'll zoop over to here.
So yo, what over there?
Zoop. And then because I evaded, actually I can also pickpocket.
How many
so
clues? We only need 8 clues. You have all the clues we need.
Oh, I thought we needed 16.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
we need
16?
16.
Oh, my math's
4
wrong.
times 4.
And you have like 11?
Math. Something like that. Like my number's hiding.
That's fine.
10. No, 11. And let's see. I guess I could also grab a bunch of clues off of this location. So my second action, I will 3, 4. Wait, what's the shroud on this spot? This is only 3. Let's see, it's 4, 7. 3, yeah. It's play Pilfer again. And I'll commit manual dexterity. And just to be 4 up, I'll also drop my elusive. The breaking and entering. -4. Good thing. So that gives me 3 clues. And a resource. And my last action, I think I will draw a card. That's me.
Does Agnes
Okay.
Agnes, do you have clues?
I can just run over there so that way
Yeah.
we can spam clues.
Yeah, it seems good.
All right. So 1, 2. Do we spin the clues now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it at the end of the round or?
I think it just
It's at the end of the round.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I would like to clear my digging for apples, and then I'll come y'all's direction. So
My last action, I'm going to spend 2. Spend 3 to get out Peter Sylvester. And that'll be it for me. And Jessica heals up.
So Chris, if you want to kill your guy, then I can come clear my apples.
Yeah, I will try to kill my guy. I will spend nothing and play Monster Slayer. And let's... What is that? -3. And so I'm 6 feet. Oh yeah, so that's not a failure. And the cat doesn't matter anymore. So it is dead. Not able to put a bounty on that one.
We
Oh
put
well.
an oyster here. Oh wait, we should have lost one, but anyway, now there's 6, so it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, and
Oh,
then
we deleted a clue is what we did instead of an
oh,
oyster. And by we, I mean probably me.
probably.
Okay.
I'll blame you if you want to take it. And then I'll spend 4 resources and put down a mouser. And then I'm going to use my skull to get resource in the card. Okay.
I'll move there. I will clear the apples, and then let's see. I will test my. I'll test 3 resources. I'm at 3 versus 3. I'll exhaust this, and I get +6, so I'm at 9 versus 3. Cool. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll spend 2 to do my hospital debts. And then my last action, I'll just move up here.
Now my place is filled with oysters. Do I need to leave now? Or someone else moves and takes some of these oysters from me, and then I can I
Well,
can
you need
use.
to. We can only move it with Bill, but
Yeah.
he's kind of
That's
over there.
it's the end of the round, right? That happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
The end of the mythos phase, and this trigger happens at the end of the round. Oh wait, that was at the end of the mythos phase, so they should have
Yeah.
already devoured theirs. So, right? So we'll put.
Because it's remove all doom from all cards in play. There was no
there-
doom at that point.
Yeah, there was no doom.
For each doom removed. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's do upkeep.
All right.
Got my weakness.
Okay, we're 1 doom. All right, it's Tony.
Okay, I got another nightmare. Just put it with me.
Yeah, I just love how you just think they're murdering everything. Like, it's so
I'm
funny.
just standing here with a pile of corpses, but ironically, without like God sort them out in my hand.
Ironically.
All right,
Hey, I haven't gotten any delve too deeps, so I'm right there with you.
let's see, which version of the cat do we have? I'll just give it to less for no reason. All right, and then that surges into Star Crocodile, which I'm gonna put on Chris. You could bounty one of those if you wanted.
Dodo.
Yes, probably
And that surges.
worthwhile.
What did you get?
I got the dodo, and it surged into edge of your vision. Test will X. Okay, so I'm testing even.
Kind of feeling the all out of gum thing.
Oh, by 1. So I
Right, because we forgot to advance.
Oh yeah, we need to do that.
I'm in the wrong
Right.
place for that.
Oh, we actually need to spend the 10 resources, so I can spend all 10.
Also, we need to finish up the encounter cards.
Or no, it was 16.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Known what exactly? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that'd probably be a better.
Well,
choice.
I mean, hmm.
Yeah, we need 4 more clues spent. Oh. Oh, you're not there. Okay, so yeah, so it takes all of our clues.
So I spend my 2.
And spend the other 14. Okay, and then I got a animated shadow, and I take a horror as well. Wait, is that thing also a shadow? Yes, actually, I take 2 horror then. Then your draw less.
I'm going to cancel that. Oh wait. So donation from Jessica and a donation from Pete to do ward protection. That and shuffle that back in.
So what are we doing?
They first eat 4 oysters from their locations. From the highest possible option.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no oysters at the over there.
Oh, and I should have put up a bounty on the lurk when he comes out, shouldn't I? It's because we're gonna be fighting him a while. Should we put multiple bounties on that guy? For the well, I'm not gonna get bonuses for it anyway anymore since I don't have the pistol.
Yeah, there should be 6. I don't know what's going on.
No, it just got broken up. Would it be better to put them from the title pools, and then we can use Bill to move them over there? Move the 6 over there? Sounds like it. All right, I can go and see if I can evade him. Seeing as you probably Daniel, you'll probably want to save your evade for the animated shadow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to. All right, I'm going to take another damage to play Spectral Razor, and it's only doing 2 damage, but any damage is helpful. Hmm? What do you mean? Um, yeah, it's only cost 2, but I'm doing my ability. Okay, so I'm fighting at 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 1. All right, so I deal 2 damage. All right, and it's getting +1 to its fight. This gets shuffled back in. Let's see. Next, I'm going to use my sword cane to evade it. I am 5 versus 3. I should be good. I have a lucky on hand. Skull, that's -1. So I'm 4 versus 3. That's fine. So that guy is evaded. And then last action, I'm going to pay 2 and be dual wielding sword canes and using its effect to
Nice.
attack. 2. Still pass. So that is it for me. So now Pete and Jessica heal.
Okay, I'm going to investigate the rocky outcropping now that the guy's nicely evaded. So I'm 6v3, so 3 up is respectable. -1. So I succeed. I'll use Jessica's ability to evade this animated shadow that's on me. Jessica? Trish's ability. Where'd Jessica come from? You said Jessica a minute ago. I'll wait for the carpenter to get over here before I start spending clues. So I'm going to Pathfinder out.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you gonna get Revere Haunted?
I still have 2 actions. Pathfinder out to here.
I thought the Haunted
And
takes 2 actions.
it does. I've only spent 1. I still have
Okay.
2. Pathfinder doesn't cost an
Okay.
action. And get rid of my haunted. And oh, I succeeded by enough to use the lucky cigarette case. And I evaded that guy so I could use pickpocketing. And that's me.
Well, I wouldn't want anyone to think that this game doesn't have enough drama and action and folly. So I'm gonna combine all 3 of those things and say dynamite blast where I'm at. Kills this.
You guys, you take the attacks of opportunity first, right? From those guys.
Oh, wait, there's attack opportunities on that because that is right. Oh, do I want to bother doing that? How much would it be?
That sounds like a little too much folly.
2 horror and damage.
I forgot that this still provokes. 2 horror and a damage. Well, I could take the 1 horror there, 1 horror on myself, and then you know what? Sorry, sneezing. 1 second. 2 horror and a damage. I mean, we're getting close to the end, right? Presumably.
Sure.
It almost sounds like you think this is a bad idea.
I'm fine with it. It actually, it resolves as quickly and gets you over to us. So
Yeah, that's. I mean, it does hurt, no doubt. But I do have ways. Let's say 2 horror and a damage. So I put 1 horror myself, a second horror on this, and put a damage on the leather coat. So and is there a window effect for me? Go ahead and actually heal this before the effect is resolved.
probably not before it's resolved. No.
Okay, so that's okay. All right, so then I'll take 3 more damage, and that thing dies. It just takes 3 damage. There. Then I'll spend a resource and get rid of that and that, and so that was that was 1 action. So then I'll, as my free action for the bounty, I'm going to play clean them out. Oh yeah, was this watch this? Is that
I
supposed to
think
be
that was from
discarded?
a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get 2 resources. And we'll do the fight here to finish this guy off. I'm going to commit quick thinking. And skull is -1. Okay, I did not fail that. So that gives me an extra action. It is dead. I get a resource. And the free action, I'll use my free action from that to move here. Then I will spend an action to move here. And
He is a 3 fight now.
who's a 3 fight? Oh, why is he a 3 fight now?
Because he's been successfully attacked twice this round.
Oh, 3 5 8 no. Oh, okay, that is based on the number of attacks though. 3 4
You can also
You know-
use this this Eldest Oyster ability if you want, which will give you +6 to whatever you're doing.
is that anybody can use that?
Yes.
But exhaust though, right?
Yes, but I mean, literally nobody else is doing anything this turn. So
Well, don't use it on the first action here. Well, I guess it's just kind of a tough one because I was going to spend 2 resources and do a 1-2 punch.
okay.
So that puts it's 6 7 for the first one, 7v3. That's still a pass, I believe, because -1, yeah. And then, so that's the damage. Can you go ahead and mark that on there? And I'll go ahead and do the second punch, which would be 8v4, so same distance. No! Sadness. Okay. But I'm there, and I punched him once, got a little jab in.
Is that
Oh,
the,
yeah, and
is
I
it-
also got a resource in my crystal skull, decorated skull.
is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. Yes, into my turn.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go ahead and do my test since nobody else is taking. I'm gonna spend 2, 3 to my free gamble and my free trigger. I'll use the Eldest Oyster, so I'm at 3 9v3. Okay, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. So this guy readies, and we do upkeep. Yes.
Okay.
And we're at 1 doom. And it's time for Chris.
It was many oysters location to all connecting locations, huh?
Do we have a cancel for this?
No.
Oh wait, is everybody at this location?
No.
I don't have a cancel, but I do have you handle this one because Trish is at the other location.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It means she's gonna draw the surge, but yeah, I think that's still.
Okay, so I'll
I
get the research from that.
I still think it's good though.
Yeah. All right. So then I surge, and I get a critter. Well, it can hang out down here.
Yeah.
Now I guess it's back to me. It's to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
Bye bye, crocodile.
That's annoying. Right.
I'm gonna take 2 direct horror.
Seems okay. We only have to do
12.
12 damage
Yeah.
to this guy. So.
Yeah.
And wait, now
Oh wait, yeah.
resolve the thing.
Yes. So the carpenter will move. That's 1. Here, and then we can make the oyster. We can make this guy eat 1,
3.
2, and then he can move.
Yeah, but every time we hit him, though, it's gonna be harder to hit him the next time, though, right?
Oh no, we have to
Or is
move.
that
Wait, hold on. We had to move the oysters first. 1, 2. Then he moves, and then this guy moves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this worked out right. I just did it in the wrong
Yeah.
order. Now, what were you asking, Chris?
I said? Yeah, so yeah, he still only has to do 12 damage, but every time we hit him, he's gonna get a higher fight.
This is
Oh, he's
true.
already starting at 1. So
Okay.
So who wants to shoot first?
Well, I can't reuse my mouser unless I succeed by enough.
you probably want to go first.
I also have that issue, but probably not as bad as you do. So go ahead.
So I'm starting out at
And you have 4 actions.
at 7 v1. So I'll take the free action first. 7 v1 skull. So that's a success. That's 2 damage. That is enough to to ready it again.
Yeah.
So then I will fire again.
So,
And that's still enough.
so 5, 6,
2 more damage.
7. Yeah.
And that still was 8. That'd be 8v4. So that's still good enough. And I continue to.
I thought you were 7 versus 3.
Wait, was it a 7 or a 3? Oh wait.
5, 6.
Wait, how much second here? 5, 6, 7. It is 7, 7, not 8. Give myself +2 for the weapon. I think is what I'm doing. 7v3. What did I draw? What?
You draw a -2.
I drew a -2.
7, so you're 5. So you're still up by 2.
Okay.
So we dealt 2 more
So,
damage.
how many shots have I done there so far? I've done 3 shots. So yeah, I got 1 more action.
This will be versus 4. 7 versus 4. So that's 2 more damage.
Yep.
How many more do we have to do?
So 4 more.
So
Oh,
I have a bit of a theory on this. I see there's not very many victory points actually out that we've accumulated yet.
Do you
I'm
think
wondering
it's
if
based off
oysters
on?
are worth victory points at the end. So I'd like to go first and get us some oysters, just in
okay.
case.
Just in case.
All right, so I will test 3 agility here.
The only thing is, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to kill this guy, but just pointing that
What
out.
are you talking about? All you have to do is 4 damage. You can spend 2 clues.
Oh, you have to land the fight, don't you?
No. Action. If you're at the deep lurker's location, spend 1 clue. Oh,
Oh.
fight. Yeah. Okay.
It
yeah.
just says
so-
fight, deal
So
1 damage, actually. It doesn't say you, actually, I'm not sure if you take the test or not.
So that succeeded by enough to add 2. So I will spend 2 resources and take a damage to give us 2 more oysters here.
Yeah, it doesn't say if you succeed. I think you're right. I think that you just,
It's just a fight action.
I think it's to help not
provoke
Hmm.
attack as an opportunity. Yeah. Normally the game it would be templated as, deal 2
Parlay.
damage. This is not provoke attack of opportunity. But
Yeah.
2. Oh, I could look a cigarette case that as well. So 2. This is supposed to be at 7v3, 8v3. Okay, so I take. We activate.
I don't know.
Oh, it's not per. It's just when you activate the ability. Okay, good. So I've already paid for it. So that gives me 2 more. Know that I could pass that again. I'm out of money, so I will Pathfinder to everybody else's location, and oh, he's not evaded yet.
No.
He would attack of opportunity me if I use the other thing. All right. Well, I'll choose and discard up to 2 cards from your hand on the location for things. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I was planning on going next to evade and then do that.
or 5. Taking A damage. Okay. All right, 5. That exceeds by exactly 2. Is it more than 2? Exceed by 2 or more. Okay, so that gives us. Okay, so I added 6 there. All right, that's me.
All right, I'll go
Oh.
next.
Actually, I lied. I will Pathfinder to your location, just
Okay.
in case things go weird.
Okay. I'll go next. So I'm going to use a sword cane to evade him. I am 5 versus 3. Have a lucky on hand. I did not need it, so I've evaded him. Next, I'm going to use the action to discard 2 cards. To add.
So you think that's testless?
he's doing the thing just to add. Wait, you can't add any to our location, right?
It's
There
already
is-
got 6, right?
Wait, it has
Yeah.
6? All right. It looked like it had 3. All right. So I'll take that back.
Oh wait, these are your bounties, but yeah, it has 6.
So
Just sword cane him.
Well, you could send Bill away with a few and then do it.
I could.
Yeah, send Bill away with 2.
Yeah. Actually, admittedly, I can send him away with 3, and then use my remaining 2 actions to get rid of my hand, and just fill it up with 3.
You can only discard 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the action twice.
Oh, gotcha.
So, first action, I will discard 2 cards. Yeah.
Oh, there's some under Bill, or 1 under Bill.
All right.
Then you add 3 more, right?
Yeah, and discard my last card. Yeah. Sorry. I did not have my card generation out. I think total 4.
Yeah, 4. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we've got. Yeah, we got it.
Definitely not the latter.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Walrus and Carpenter.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah,
dodo. It's all from the book so far.
Yeah, that's from Alice in Wonderland. I remember there being a bit about it in the movie.
It's about what? I don't know the stories very well, or haven't seen the movie, or actually read the full book.
It's been 25 years, but yeah, I
Yeah.
vaguely remember these characters.
Yeah.
I just realized I've been muted for like the last 10 minutes, so that's excellent.
Oh, damn.
I guess people can read for themselves. Okay, there are no established roads through the dense woodlands. The bottom line is we got 7 XP though. Each trampled trail you find works aimlessly back upon itself to the point where you make better progress forging your own path. You walk for hour after hour, staving off the strange creature and trying your best to make sense of the baffling landscape. Your progress is further hampered as a thick fog creeps over the woods. You can barely see the distance from one tree to the next, slowing your pace to a staggering walk. Gradually, you discover an aroma mixed in with the fog, faint but strangely exotic. The fog slowly transitions to smoke, giving you no further vision but a clear trail. You follow the strengthening smell to a secluded copse covered on every available surface by 100 varieties of mushroom. Atop one of the mushrooms sits a large caterpillar lounging with a hookah behind him. Hookah behind him. He raises his eyes raised to meet yours, but he reacts with a complete indifference. Who are you? The caterpillar demands, with smoke streaming from his pursed lips. You open your mouth to explain, but the insect holds up one of his many arms. Explain once you are the correct size. He breaks off a piece of his toadstool seat and holds it up lazily. This will correct you. You accept with no small amount of consideration, assuring yourself that this is one case where you could reasonably take mushrooms from a talking caterpillar. Within moments of taking the bite, you shrink down to a minuscule size. Satisfied with looking down at you, the caterpillar takes another long drag of smoke before he continues. The other side will make you grow larger, he instructs, breaking off another piece from the opposite side of the mushroom and offering it to you. Now speak. Who are you? It's a difficult task to explain the events that brought you here, made all the more uncomfortable by the caterpillar's apparent lack of interest and attention. Stop, he orders at last, drawing upward slightly. Where you have been and what you have done are quite different from who you are. You try to tell a bit of your background and motivations instead, but the caterpillar remains dismissive of your story. You are not the same as you used to be, he accuses with a snort. Everyone changes, but you have changed far too quickly. Discover yourself once more. His many hands extend, offering his hookah pipe down toward you. The investigators must decide. All right, it wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've done today. Or, no way in hell am I smoking whatever crazy hash you got. So, which one do we want? Do we want to accept the hookah?
I feel like Agnes would be all right
Sure.
with that. Be more in tune with her past of crazy magic
All right,
weirdness.
so we are smoking. Is that correct?
Sure. I don't think Tony's straight edge.
Okay. Metamorphosis. You take several short puffs of the hookah before your
It's the
vision.
20s. Everyone smokes.
Yeah.
Indeed. You look to the carpenter and find your vision blooms with color. You look to the caterpillar and find him steadily watching you, perhaps the only anchored figure in the swirling smoke around you. As the moments pass, you find that the color isn't a figment of your own vision at all, but rather a projected light that forms a small mote in the surrounding smoke. The points of light quickly multiply, shining through the haze in a mosaic pattern. You look down at yourself and see the colors beaming back onto your body. Where each light shines, a different facet of yourself manifests. Courage and conviction intermingled with fear and apprehension. Talent and ineptitude in equal amounts. Shadows creep at the edge of each facet only to be banished by the overflow from other connecting lights. The display cascades in front of your eyes with increasing violence, overwhelming your senses and spiking into your mind. You lose track of time as the moments slip by in dazzling flashes. Suddenly, your eyes snap open. You are lying on the ground, nothing above you but the chunks of clouds of smoke, and no sounds the rushing of the blood in your ears. Your muscles slowly relax as your breathing normalizes and the forest ambience fades back in. The smoke parts around the stoic face of the caterpillar, still watching you intently. He scrutinizes you carefully, then at last gives you a satisfied nod and a long exhale of smoke. You have found yourself, then, he states drolly, returning to his reclining position. When you change now, it will be for the better. You don't know what the caterpillar expected, but you weren't prepared for this sort of introspective crisis. Were you still yourself? Was this all to spark some future change in you? Or was it preventing a change by making your conclusion conscious of it now? You raise with the intention of pressing the caterpillar on what he just did to you, but to your surprise, he has vanished completely back into the smoke. You wait tensely, but in vain, and as even the exotic scent that led you to the caterpillar fades away. All you can do now is continue your search through Wonderland, a little warier if nothing else. In your campaign log, record 1 mark under the strength of the Wonderland. Okay, so
4 now?
4.
Yeah, that's a lot stronger than the cigarettes my doctor prescribes.
All right. In your campaign log under Wonderland boons, record the caterpillar. Okay, hey, we got a cat. Oops.
So I'm interested to see how a playthrough will be if we're doing the opposite of what we've been
Indeed,
doing.
yeah. Well, I think there's lots of different branching paths. It's pretty crazy. Each investigator searches the collection. Oh my gosh. Each investigator searches the collection for a random basic madness weakness and adds it to his search deck for the remainder of the campaign. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
I could have done without
Sorry.
that.
Who's-
Why did we smoke the hookah, you guys? That was terrible.
Uh,
All right. So.
has Calico offered it?
I sure as hell hope it's paranoia.
All right. So here I'm gonna draw for
Is
me
there,
from all.
is there
I
a
get
madness?
I got madness. That sucks so bad for me. That's
I didn't
terrible.
actually really want paranoia. I just thought it was funny.
Yes.
But I'm glad I didn't get it.
Yes. My deck is completely based around having loads of resources
It's
to
get
spend.
linked. Sure. In time.
So what I'm hearing is you need to get.
I actually don't know how this deck will function now.
Okay, that's not so bad for me.
All right, so now it's my go.
Is this when you take versatile and get
Deny assistance? No.
deny existence?
No.
So
So,
who's going now?
I'm
No,
going. Vision. The detective. He's a madness, right?
he's a humanoid
Chronophobia is.
detective.
That's not
Yeah.
good.
Okay, so I guess now it's my turn.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. You're so lucky.
Yeah, and I got the evasion one.
Ah, you guys. Alright, so we did all that. Now what happens? Skip to guidance from Alice. Okay. Guidance
so
from Alice.
we got 7 XP, right?
Yes. Okay. Guides from Alice. Left once again in the hazy woods, you try to find your bearings to continue on your way. With few landmarks, the task seems left to chance once more. The eerie silence is gently lifted as a small current of air begins to blow through the forest. The fog separates around a long funnel of rushing air, providing you with both vision and a path through the forest. You follow the wind, hearing faint notes in the rushing air that remind you of the everyday sounds of Arkham. Could this be Alice's doing, manipulating your dreams to lead you home? You cling to your memories as you follow the current of air, hopefully forward. Um, so, if the investigators went down the rabbit hole, we go to 1B, a tempest in a teapot. So, there you go. It's weird that, otherwise we'd be going to where, I just want to check. A Sea of Troubles. Okay, so it just changes the order of how we would have done things. So,
Unspeakable oath.
So it is worth noting that at some point it would be nice. I don't know if now's the time we want to do this to do the investigator specific scenarios. Maybe we'll do it after this next one. We can get through the first 3 and then we could do it. But yeah, we have we could do Skid's scenario and we could do Agnes's scenario if you guys are interested in that.
Well, if we did it afterward, then we'd be splitting them on between weeks. To me,
Yes, yeah,
thematically, it makes sense to do both of those in the same week.
yeah, we could do them next time. It means that we need to save the XP to be able to spend on them. I assume that they're still 1 and 3. Let me see. I'll look. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream. But thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time on Winging It.